Chainlink, is it a hero or a zero? Is it still a giant or just a finished story? That's what we're going to talk today. As always, I'm going to talk about the price action, the charts, and I'm going to show you not what I think about it, but what the market is thinking about it, what all participants are thinking about, because that's what you see within price action. I think I like the name. I think I'm going to make like a series of videos. Hero or zero, all these crypto coins that everyone is enamored and in love with. When will you stop fall in love with crypto coins? That's the my one mission, is to make sure that you stop falling in love with them, stop being enamored, and just use them. Be a coin gold digger, just to make a better life out of it. You date them, don't marry them. That's the best service I can do to you. Look, this is Chainlink. This is an old dog. It's a blue chip, some people would say, right? People love the stories behind the projects and everything. Oh, but Google, Amazon, all the big companies invested in Chainlink. It's the best oracle. It's the first oracle. Oracles are going to be a huge part of the future, just building these narratives, building these stories, and they all sound great eventually, right? I can invent stories for new coins and for old coins that just sound incredible and will, to the average person, even to anyone, right? You can be average person, doesn't mean not intelligent or average intelligence. Average person means anyone that is not a professional investor or a professional trader that understands the mechanisms of a market. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you're a 200 IQ or 80 IQ. Human mind works in very much the same patterns. You want to believe stories when they happen. You can be convinced if you don't have those guards on. And Chainlink stories are just that, stories. Why? Because yes, an oracle is great, but who knows whether this is going to be the future or not, right? It's like the old search engine Alta Vista, biggest search engine in the late 90s. Where is it now? No one knows about it. Google came afterwards and Google won, the war eventually. So will Chainlink be the biggest oracle when oracles are going to be a must thing in the sci-fi future you're building? Maybe not, right? That's one thing. And second of all, this is not a company, all right? Meaning, right, it is a company, maybe it's a project, but the coin doesn't represent shares in the company. It's just a coin. Okay, it's just a coin. Yes, it's part of the ecosystem and blah blah blah, but it's just a coin. Okay, it's not shares. So even if this Oracle Chainlink is going to be a huge next big deal company, right, and people are going to use it, it doesn't mean anything for the coin. The coin can plummet all the way to near zero. Okay, and many people can still be using this Oracle. Why? Because it's not it doesn't have any meaning. Most cryptos are just the same way. Okay, that's why I say you don't need to find what to hold for a long time. You don't need to find the next Bitcoin. Even people that held Bitcoin for so long, which very small amount of people, they got lucky. All right, you look, if you look at hindsight, of course they were smart for holding. Oh my God, OG Bitcoins, good. No, the reality is that they were quite dumb not to sell, along the way, and having this, useless conviction about something that had a very low probability of succeeding. It did. The gamble worked, all right? But you can only understand and know this in hindsight. In real time, you need to manage your positions, manage your portfolio in real time. And if you had 1,000 Bitcoins, went from $100 all the way to 20,000, went back down to 3,000, and you didn't sell, you're dumb, right? The fact that eventually it worked out doesn't mean that you're smart. It means that you are very dumb, or you have enough money that was a small part of your portfolio, or that you're dumb enough to hold something for such a long time just of pure conviction. Conviction doesn't mean outcome. It just means a thought process. Okay, so I feel like any crypto, right, is just the same thing. It's just a name. And Chainlink, even though it sounds like a hero, by the project and all the fundamentals and the story, right now it's a zero. You know why it's a zero? Because it already got the love here. This was where Chainlink was a big deal from a coin perspective, okay? Again, not from a project perspective, because this is not a share, it's a coin. It means absolutely nothing, okay? And then later on, you could have traded it, by the way, in our membership. If you want more details about that, you can scan the QR code in the upper left side. We traded the breakout of this area right over here. I actually made a video on Chainlink many years ago saying that if it will cross above the $9-10, I'm going to take a trade on it. And we did eventually take a trade of it. If you watched my channel back then, you could have taken a trade out of it. And that's all you need to do. You don't even need to call it a trade. You don't want to be a trader, you want to be called an investor because that's what your ego likes. No worries. Perfect. You're an investor. Take a position. The position doesn't mean forever. It just means that more from a percentage standpoint the moment you got it. The moment you bought it, enter the position, you want to exit it with profit more often than you exit it with a loss. That's it. Inevitably, everyone has some losses. Okay? That's the reality of investing and trading. But the wins just need to outweigh the losses for multiple times. That's why you have good tactics, risk management, position management, trade management, and all these things that people are trying to avoid by being a long-term investor. It's just another word of being lazy as F, not wanting to do some work. Okay, that's the reality. So, and that's for everyone, for all cryptos. It doesn't matter for Chainlink or not. Look, I salute Chainlink for being one of the first oracles. I salute the project for building something that is interesting and being used. Okay, but is the coin right now showing any type of strength? Okay, even in this cycle. Okay, this cycle, Bitcoin went from $17,000 all the way to 120. Okay, that's more than a 6x. But let's say a 6x. Let's see how much did Chainlink do from its bear lows until the bear highs. Okay? Less. All right? And that's from the very, 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 very low until the very, 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 very high. And it didn't even make, new moves up. Okay? I mean, in new all-time highs. All right? If you go to Bitcoin, for example, and you just want to measure it from the very low to the very top, let's just make a game out of it. And you can see that from 15,000 all the way to here, it made a 700%, and it made new highs. Okay, so not only did it made more from a percentage standpoint, it also made new highs, meaning this is more of a longer term trend that Bitcoin has that might continue or not, versus Link that, yes, from the, and this is an altcoin, this should move more than the big dog institutionalized trillion-dollar asset. This should move much more. It moved less, and it didn't get to new highs, showing no trend, no nothing. Okay, the reality is that, in my opinion, Chainlink topped over here. We'll probably never see above $53 ever again. And right now, we already created a big head and shoulders. And even if we'll have short-term move up higher, eventually we're going to fizzle down, maybe even lower than what happened here, or maybe we'll get back to this level again and just move sideways until at one day, boom, you're going to have another move up. You will be able to capitalize on another trading opportunity like we had here, and that is it. You don't see what my paintings because of my stupid little face. So this is it. Okay, that's the reality. Okay, and again, we need to look at this from an ROI perspective, from a probability perspective, from a good decision perspective. Is this a good decision to just hodl it right now? No. More, it will probably go down further, more and more, as long as Bitcoin is in the bear market that Bitcoin is in right now. Because whether or not you like it, Bitcoin is below the 50-week moving average on the way down, just like what happened here before it entered the bear market. Now, would it be a steep bear market or just something like this? I don't know. It's more institutionalized, so maybe. Either way, it means that Link is just a zero and not a hero for now, and probably for good. I would definitely not think about hodling it. I don't believe in hodling either way. I believe in being precise, getting in the right coins with the highest momentum at the right time, holding them the shortest amount of time, and getting out of them the juice of the ROI. If a coin makes 300% in 3 years or 600% in 3 years, and I can make 200% in 2 weeks, I don't care about the 600%. I just want a 200% in 2 weeks. Why? Because I will have many of those during the 3 years that happened. An example was XRP. People are waiting for it for years until it actually moved in late November. And when it moved, I was there to capitalize on it. Okay, I was there. I was there. Just like all the hodlers, but instead of having the opportunity cost, I was just there precisely, and I took profits. They probably didn't, and it will probably go down also. Anyway, that is my take on Link. It's a zero, not a hero for now, and probably for good. You'll be much better instead of trying to find something to hodl, finding ways to invest into positions ins and out. Don't try to hold it forever. Try to find positions you can hold for multiple days, maybe multiple weeks, or maybe months, up to a year. If you get the bottom of a bear market in Bitcoin, for example, then you sell the next peak of bull market. That can be something that can be done. If you want to see how I do it, you are more than welcome to scan the QR code in the upper left side. I have a membership. I teach people. I have my own courses that you can view that. That's part of the membership. And also, I give you all of my trades, daily market updates, almost about what I think about the market, how to manage the positions we're in, how to think like a trader and an investor, and more and more and more. And if you just want to make sure that I'm not just a scammer, you can check the history of YouTube. And also, you can go to the United States Investing Championship, USIC, on Google. You can see me in this, I'm the stock division, even though I'm a crypto trader, but that's where they put me. You will see I was top 10, finishing with a 94% for the year, even though I signed up in May. So it's actually for 7 months, 94% gain on the account that was listed there. Bam. I have the credibility. I have the credit of doing this for many, many years consistently, and I'm verified on that championship also. If you want, you are more than welcome. First comment, you will have also 25% off for the memberships. I'm waiting. Till next time, no edge, no trade. Cheers.